The Spongebob map. I think that's what this is called. It's something like that. It's a concept of a SpongeBob map. And I'm in the loading screen right here, and every time we load into this type of map, it always starts off slow, so apologize for that. But it's the Nickelodeon SpongeBob map. There's SpongeBob everything on this. You got Squidward's pineapple right there. Like, this is straight up just SpongeBob. You got Doodle Bob in the background? Okay, that kind of goes hard, not gonna lie. That kind of goes hard with the Doodle Bob. Alright, let's take a look at what the stadium's looking like. The stadium's actually kind of insane. Alright, so welcome back to the episode of my Madden Noclipped series. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe button down below. But we Noclip inside and outside of stadiums in Madden 26. We've been doing this since Madden 19, and this series is always a crazy one, as the inside of the crusty okay, sorry, is actually fully rendered and designed, which obviously is because you can see it from the actual field. But even the back, like, look at that. So, like, this would technically take you to the like the kitchen area. So there is no kitchen area, but it does actually have the door in the back like it should. So that's kind of cool, kind of dope. Little extra details, you know, you love to see. You have this top little canopy area, which, oh, this is so dope. This is so cool. You got fish. They move! They move! There's no way. So this is a reference to when Plankton opened up the Coliseum and all the fish sticks, all the grease hit the fish in the crowd, which created the fish sticks. So that's what that is referring to, which is so freaking amazing as a reference. I love that so much. That is probably the best reference I've seen EA Sports make in some good time. Alright, so it looks like, for the most part, you got Nickelodeon, you got the Jumbotron over here. Is there any inside to Squidward's house? No, there is not, which I did not expect them to do. We have Shady Shoals Rest Home. Nice. Got this like random texture in the back of SpongeBob's house, which is interesting. And then I looked at this. Yeah, okay. There's nothing inside these actual buildings. Pretty much, if you can't see it, it's not there for that context. But let's go down here and take a look. So we got the hot wiener dog vendor thing, and it looks like we have two of those. We have an inside area in here, and it actually does have an inside. So surprisingly enough, it's actually designed to have an inside and an outside, which kind of surprised by that. We had this little, you know, cool little what do you call these? I forget what they're called. But yeah, you have that little area down there. You have like random thing like rock bottom here. So you have like random references to SpongeBob all the way around. You have Doodle Bob here, which is, I guess you can actually see it from the field, so it makes sense. But yes, you got Doodle Bob. Going over here, I'm trying to see if we can find all the references for this video. Looks like nothing else reference-wise on that edge. You do, of course, have just a little side note to look at this. We do have the Krusty Krab sign. We have Rock Bottom up there. Okay, we have the Glove World. Welcome to Bikini Bottom, population 538. We have the Salty Spatoon to see how tough you are. We have Kelp Shake. We have First Nautical Bank. Welcome to Goo Lagoon. We have the Puffs Boating School, which is cool. Welcome. We have Salty Spatoon. Man, speaking is not my specialty today, apparently. We have random buildings out here. Now, I don't think, the buildings don't have anything inside, so they're kind of just blank interiors. But we also do have a crane out here randomly, which is kind of dope. And then we have some random boats. So let's actually kind of go a little bit farther down here. And did we just skip past the gigantic SpongeBob? Wait, how did I skip past the gigantic? I don't know how to skip past gigantic SpongeBob. But we have a yacht. We're going to look at the Spongebob in a second. We have a yacht here. And then over here, what's this? We have another yacht. So 2 different yachts going on back to back. Then we have this gigantic ship, which doesn't look like it's rendered at all outside of like the first little area. Why is there a whole entire city over here too? I guess you yeah, that makes sense because you can kind of see. If you could see it, then there needs to be some type of like design for it. So this yacht, I mean, I was gonna call it a yacht, but this boat is like somewhat designed. It's not fully designed. Then we have another yacht over here, which is dope. And then we have a full-on city over here, which is 3D rendered, not 2D rendered, which I would assume they just use a 2D image, but apparently not. So they actually full-on gave us a city out here, which in actual ground too, which is kind of surprising because normally they just don't give the ground. But they could have really got away with just doing a 2D image. And instead, they decided to go full on, like, let's create a city out here and everything. It's also cool to see these buildings not utilized in any other Madden map. So, specialized for this one right here. And some of the maps we looked at recently, that's kind of the case. Like, they're just really specialized for those certain maps. Looks like that is it. So, let's skip back to the actual area here. And there is the gigantic Spongebob, which I don't know how I missed. I'll be honest with you, I actually do not know how I missed this. I guess I never looked up that high, but yeah. So this is the gigantic Spongebob that you get when you first start, which just looks kind of creepily awesome. What's going on with his tongue? Bro, his tongue is has seen better days. Bro is went to that Miami strip club. Anyway. Oh, man. Anyway, still a really cool stadium. Still a really cool map, man. So, let's go ahead and go a little bit down here. I want to see. Okay, I was just about to say. There's got to be some type of TVs. And it looks like... I'm not sure what that TV is showing. But you have like an old couple here. You guys see the very bottom one there? There's like an old couple. Which is kind of weird. Okay. Hold up. Okay, you can't really see the TVs. The TVs have everything the same. But yeah, there's like an old couple here on this image here. Let me see if I can try to... If I go out far enough and I go down, might be able to... I'm not going to be able to get too good of an image of it. But yeah, it's like 2 guys just standing there. It looks like almost like a couple. Like an old-timey photo couple, like, you know, like a farm family, something like that. So that's kind of interesting. Little detail you would never have seen in a million years, but it's there. Yeah, so this is floating into nothingness, so it's also a random fact. And then you have the crane thing over here as well. And then you have the Nickelodeon blimp. So let me actually go back here. Go back as far as I can. Try to see if I can really zoom into the Nickelodeon blimp. It is also moving, so that's kind of cool. Okay, hold up. I wanted to see if there was like any little, you know, hidden Easter eggs, like planktons inside the blimp or something. That would be a cool concept. All right, we're going to go as far back as possible here. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's any, like, crazy concept with this. It just looks like a regular blimp. Doesn't look like there's, like, anything in the front. Let's try to get in the front of it, though. Hold up. I mean, I'm going to go all the way over here. I want to see it from, like, a front angle. Just in case. You never know if there's, like, certain thing going on. You know, you never know. Okay, let me go all the way over here. And there we go. We're going to get a quick shot at the very front of it. Nope, nothing crazy. I also just realized, do they have the Nasty Patty advertisement over here? Let me go to Instant Replay again. So I thought I saw the Nasty... It is the Nasty Patty. Oh no, Krabby Patty flavor. Okay, I thought it was the Nasty Patty. From a distance, it looked like it was going to be the Nasty Patty. You guys remember that reference, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so nothing really in here then. So for the most part, still really cool. Still really dope. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one.